Hey everybody, Mark Coxon, the AV Phenom, and today here's my latest in AV as food. And my question for you today is that a lot of jelly? Well, the answer is it depends. And it depends on what? It depends on how big your piece of bread is. If I take this jelly and put it on a piece of bread about this big, as you see here, all of a sudden, that looks like a very appetizing snack. But if my piece of bread was twice as big and I have to spread that jelly over the whole thing, all of a sudden it's looking kind of thin and sad. So how is that like a projector? Well, projectors give you a total light output in lumens. So is 3000 lumens a bright projector? The answer is it depends. It depends on what? How big your screen is. Total brightness doesn't tell you so much about the way the image will look. It'll look great on a small screen, but then when you spread that over a bigger screen, again, it starts to look kind of thin and sad. So what you're really interested in is how many lumens per square foot. That'll give you an idea of brightness per an area on the screen, which is much more indicative of what the image will look like. It's also rated in brightness lumens per square meter, which is lux. Now, lumens and lux aren't things we normally see on displays. Displays use a measurement called nits. We love to do this in AV. So are lumens and lux related to nits? Yes, they are. Lux divided by pi, another food analogy, equals your nits. So if you think about a computer monitor, an old computer monitor was about 100 nits. The display in your living room, the TV you have, is probably somewhere between 250 to 300 nits, just to give you some ideas of brightnesses on displays. So if you want to start with that 100 nits as a basic idea of how bright your projected image needs to be, then what you need to do is you times that by pi to get 300, divide by 10.89 to get your square feet, and all of a sudden 30 lumens per square foot. Keep that in your head. 30 lumens per square foot is a good baseline for where to start on how much projector you need. Take your screen, see how many square feet it is, times it by 30, that's your minimum projector. If you want to get something more like your living room television, which is 250 to 3, then 90 lumens per foot. Take 90 lumens per foot, times it by the square footage of your screen, and that's the brightness of the projector that you will need. There's another way to do that. You can also add brightness by adding gain. So if you don't have the money, you can add brightness two ways: add light, add gain. If you don't have the money to add the light to get a brighter projector, you can add screen gain. Screen gain will amplify the light coming off of the screen to make it look brighter. The compromise to that is your viewable angle shrinks. You can't create extra energy. All you can do is focus that light like a bike reflector into a very specific lane so that the people in the sweet spot will have a very bright image. Now, I know all of you who know projection know I'm overlooking one thing, and that is contrast. Contrast is the main problem with a projected image, and I'm not going to tackle that today, but I do have another AV as food video already planned for contrast, as you'll see. Thanks for joining me. Hope this was fun. Like I said, add some light, doesn't look so sad.